Hi friends, my name is Miss Maddie and I'm going to be teaching you practical life, sensorial, and art lessons. This week we're going to be studying germs and how to stay healthy and not get sick. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the coronavirus. You may or may not know about this, but this has been around for a couple of months and it's impacted our life a lot. So, we're going to be talking about some ways that you can try to keep yourself healthy and not get sick. So, I'm going to read you a book called Virona the Corona Came to Town. This is written and illustrated by Haley Glenn. That means that she thought of the words in the book and wrote them, and she also drew the pictures in this book. So, when Virona the Corona came to town, Virona the Corona just showed up one day, and it looked like she was here to stay. Her first stop was Wuhan to say ni hao, then off to Italy to yell ciao. Leaving destruction in her path, Verona wanted everyone to feel her wrath. Across the pond and to the States, sparking fear and canceling dates. When Verona came to town, everything shut down. If you went outside, there was no one around. Humans stayed home to get Verona to stop. The dogs were so happy and the cats were not. Mary Ellen woke up and got ready for school. Ready to learn and follow the rules, she put on her shoes and tied her braid. Little did she know it would be her last day in first grade. Everything was changing. She missed her friends. Mary Ellen just wanted this all to end. Restaurants closed and she had to eat Mom's cooking. Those Brussels sprouts are not good looking. The next day, Mary Ellen had to wear a mask. She had so many questions to ask. Why is Verona, the Corona, so mean? Why do we have to keep everything so clean? 6 feet apart and signs on every door. Social distancing was the new norm. There were few things that didn't change. Everything just felt so strange. One day, Verona asked Mary Ellen to play. Mary Ellen said, "No way." She ran to the sink to scrub Verona off. She sang the ABCs twice and escaped that awful cough. Her teacher was the hero who taught the ABC trick. Verona was vicious, but Mary Ellen was quick. Mary Ellen thought of her teacher just then, wanting to show off her new toothless grin. She watched her teacher's lessons and had classes on Google Meet, but it just wasn't the same as being in the classroom. She missed hearing her nickname, but most of all, she missed giving hugs. Mary Ellen dreamed of all the people she missed. Her sisters and brothers were at the top of the list. She couldn't see them and her emotions spiraled, but they were out saving the world. Her one sister, Sydney, is a nurse, an important hero in our universe. Her other sister, Nancy, runs a grocery store. She is a hero to the core. Her brother Tom is a first responder. Could he be more amazing? She began to ponder. Her other brother Jax was a mailman. Everyone should be his number one fan. Mary Ellen was becoming sad on this dreary day, wondering if Verona the Corona would ever go away. But just then the sun started to come out. Mary Ellen looked up and reversed her pout. She started thinking maybe it's not all that bad. She was able to spend time with her moms and granddad. She had fun helping her mom make masks for others, even if she missed her sisters and brothers. Mary Ellen learned about pollution and that it was getting a little better. She learned to draw a shark and wrote her best friend a letter. She knew for sure Verona the Corona was bad, but that didn't mean she always had to be sad. Mary Ellen saw a rainbow and ran out to play. She wouldn't let this nasty virus ruin her fun day. Even when her world was turned upside down, Mary Ellen realized she could always flip her frown. When scary things happen, show extra appreciation to others. Here's a reminder to hug your sisters and your brothers. The end. All right, this was a great book, and it talked a lot about all of the things that we need to do to stay healthy and not get sick. So, one of the things they said was to wear a mask. Here is my mask that I'm wearing today. I bet yours looks a lot different. I have a lot of different masks, and I'm sure you might too. We're going to talk about wearing a mask a little bit later in the week. Something else that they talked about was washing your hands. It is very important that you wash your hands to get all of the germs off. This is also a lesson we're going to have later in the week. Now, something that I love to talk about is all of our friendly community helpers. These people are amazing. They help our community keep growing and keep working every single day. They put their lives at risk every day just so that they can help us. There are lots of community helpers in our community. Just like our book, her sister was a nurse, her other sister was a grocery store worker. Her brother was a first responder, which means he could be a police officer or a firefighter or an ambulance driver or a paramedic. Lots of different first responders. And her other brother was a mailman. There are also a lot of other community helpers, like a garbage man, a janitor, a person that works at a store, a teacher, a principal. Maybe your mom and dad, or you have a brother and sister that's a community helper. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to thank our community helpers because that is a very important job as a golden ruler. Because at GME, we are all golden rulers. So, as golden rulers, we are going to treat others the way we want to be treated. And when you do something that is good and kind, sometimes it's nice to be recognized for those kind of things. So, we're going to give a community helper some recognition. So I would like you to go in your clear envelope and find this little packet. It has a sheet that says thank you on it. It has some stickers and it also has an envelope and they're all attached on a paper clip. So go ahead and find that. I'll wait a second, and then if you still are looking for it and I'm still talking, go ahead and pause me, and then once you have it, you can unpause. Now, something else that you're going to need is in your box. So go ahead and find your box, open it up, and you're going to need a pencil, and you're also going to need your crayons. Once you have those objects out, go ahead and close your box. Put it to the side so it's not in the way. All right, once you have everything ready, I'm going to show you my workspace so you can see what I'm doing. All right, once you're ready, you are going to take the paper clip off. And then I'm going to move you over so you can see everything. All right, why don't you put the stickers right at the top of your workspace so that they are not in your way. And also your envelope. Now I want you to take a second and think about a community helper that you would like to recognize for their hard work. I'm going to think for a second and I'm going to figure out who I want to give my letter to. Okay, I am going to write my letter to Mrs. Ridley. She is our principal at GME and she is an amazing community helper. So that is who my letter is going to be for. Yours might be for the mailman or a police officer or a firefighter or a nurse or a doctor, something like that. Anyone, you can choose any kind of community helper. There are lots and lots of different ones. All right, so first what we're going to do is we're going to take our pencil and we're going to pick it up and hold it. Now, as you can tell, our letters on here are not full letters. They're dotted lines. That means that we are going to trace them. So we are going to follow the dotted lines with our pencil and write our message. Our message says, thank you. Then down here it says from, and then I want you to write your name down here. So first, let's trace thank you. So we're going to start at the top of the T, go over, and then down. Go very slowly so you can stay on the dotted lines. Sometimes you have to hold the paper so it doesn't move. Now, after tracing the word thank you, after the word you is an exclamation point. So first you're going to start at the top and go down the line, and this is a little dot. Now after you're done tracing thank you, you can trace the word from. Again, very slow so that you can stay on the line. Now, after you trace the word from, there is another symbol right next to the word. This is called a comma. So I'm going to trace my comma. Now I need to write my name. My name is Miss Maddie, but I'm going to write Maddie. That's my first name. Now you need to write your first name. And E. There's my name. Make sure you have your name so that they know who their note is from. All right, now that we are all done tracing with our pencil, we're going to set it to the side next to our crayons. Now is your time to use your stickers. I'm going to look at my stickers, and I have 3 different colored smiley faces. I'm going to choose the yellow smiley face, and I'm going to put it right next to my name. So I'm going to hold it with one hand and use my pincer grip to peel off the sticker. Sometimes you have to bend the paper a little bit and stick your finger in there to peel it off. And once you get a little bit, it will just come right off. I'm going to make sure that my smiley face is facing the right way. I don't want my smiley face to be upside down. I'm just going to stick it right next to my name. Now I'm going to save these 2 for my envelope, but if you would like to put yours on your note, you can put your stickers somewhere else. Now that I'm done with my stickers for now, I'm going to put them back at the top of my workspace, and I'm going to get my crayons out. I'm going to draw Mrs. Ridley a nice little picture. I am going to color an apple. So I'm going to use a red crayon, and I'm going to put an apple right here. Now you can draw your community helper any kind of picture, whatever you would like. But I am doing an apple because an apple is a symbol for a teacher. And Mrs. Ridley is a great teacher and a great leader. She is also a great principal. We are very lucky to have her at our school. So this is the apple part. Now I need a stem, so I'm going to put my red crayon back in my box so that I don't lose it. And I'm going to make my stem brown. So I'm going to get my brown out. I'm going to draw a stem. Now I'm going to draw a leaf. Putting my crayon back in because I'm all done. I'm going to use a green leaf. There's my apple. Now I'm all done coloring. So I have all of my crayons back in my box. I'm going to close my box so that I do not lose any. I'm going to put them next to my pencil. Now I'm going to take my envelope. If you notice, on the back side, there's a little flap. Now you want to make sure the flap is on the top because this is what you use to close the envelope. Now I can try to put it in here, but it's not going to fit. So I have to fold it. So I'm going to fold it just like this. I'm going to take these 2 sides and I'm going to fold them and make them touch these 2 sides. Watch carefully. They're touching. Now I'm going to put my finger here and I'm going to run my finger down here and make a little crease. Then I'm going to go and smooth it out, push it down. Now it is smaller and now it will fit inside. So flip it over. This should be on top. Open it up. Now you can put your message in the envelope. Now I am going to close it with my one sticker. I'm going to use my green sticker. So again, hold it with one hand, use your pincer grip, fold it a little bit, and peel it off. Sometimes you have to use your nails. Just like that. Now I'm going to put it right in the middle of right here and this, the flap and the envelope, so that it will hold it closed. And again, my smiley face is the right way, so my smile is not upside down. Now I'm going to flip it over, and I am going to put my last sticker on the front. I'm going to put it to the side over here. And I'm going to write Mrs. Ridley's name on it so I know who it's for. You might need help with this. So you can ask an adult or you can try to sound it out yourself. So I'm going to write Mrs. Ridley. And now I'm all done. So now that I am done, it's time for me to put my things away. So, looking at my workspace, I have an empty sticker paper. This goes in the garbage. So please throw this away. I also have a paper clip. Put this back in your clear envelope and return it to your teacher. They would love this paper clip back to use for next week's work. Now you have your pencil and your crayons. These should always be in your box. So I'm going to put mine back in my box. And I'm going to close it so nothing falls out. The last thing that I have in my workspace is my letter. This needs to be delivered to your community helper that you're giving your letter to. You can either put it in the mail or you can hand it to them. I'm sure that they would love that. It would put a big smile on their faces. All right, friends, thanks for watching this lesson. And remember to thank a community helper.